Hey, Level A. So I know that this week was very difficult, and so I wanted to just do one more video for the week with some easy practice, and then I'm gonna go over the work from Thursday, these two things, and so you can check your answers while I fill it out. Okay, so hopefully that will help you feel a little bit more comfortable with making questions in the present simple. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is this. Remember with uh, he, she, and it, you're going to use does. Let's see, that's not very clear. There we go. So with he, she, and it, you use does, and then everyone else, I, you, we, and they, you're going to use do, okay? So let's do this. Our person is we, the verb is cook, and then the extra information is chicken, okay? So we're going to do positive, negative, and a question. So the positive would be we cook chicken, right? No S because it's not he, she, or it. We don't need the S. So we cook chicken is the positive. All right, now let's do the negative. We don't cook chicken. We don't cook chicken, right? Because it's we, we're going to use do, and then to make it negative, you do this, do not, right? And the contraction is don't. Okay, so we don't cook chicken. So positive is we cook chicken. The negative is we don't cook chicken. All right, so then in the question, we're going to do or does, the person, the second verb, and then the extra information. Okay, so if the person is we, look up here. We're going to use do. So do we. And then our second verb is this, cook chicken. Do we cook chicken? That's the question. Okay, so because it's we use do. So do we cook chicken? All right, so let's do positive, negative, and question for this one. She eat pizza. Okay, so our person is she. All right, so our verb is eat, but do you remember how he, she, and it in the positive present simple needs an S? She eats pizza. She eats. We need an S. She eats pizza. Okay, because it's he, she, or it. We have to do eats. Okay, so let's do the negative now. So we're going to write she. So look up here. Let's go back. Look. So I, you, we, they uses do not. So he, she, and it does. So we need to do does not. And we can do does not or the contraction doesn't. Okay, so look, we needed an S up here, right? We need an S with he, she, and it. So here's an S. Here's our S right here. Doesn't. So on the second verb, there's no S. She doesn't eat pizza. Okay, she doesn't eat pizza. There's no S here because we only need one S, and here's our S right here, and doesn't. All right, so only one S. Here it is, here it is. All right, in our question, do or does, the person, the second verb, and the extra information. Okay, so she is our person. So are we going to do or does? Look up here. She does, right? So does she eat pizza? Does she eat pizza? Okay, that's the question. So we're using does because it's she. And then you put the second verb, no S. Look, here's our S. We only need one S, and it's in does. So no S on eat. So she eats. She doesn't eat. Does she eat? So the only time the S is on eats is in the positive because in negative and the question, does has the S. And you only need one S. Okay? Only one. All right. Here's the next one. You like music. Let's do our positive. You like Do we need the S? No, no S, because it's you. You like music. All right, the negative, you. Are we going to use don't or doesn't? Don't like music. You don't like music. Okay, question 1, 2, 3, 4. You is the person. What's this? Do or does? Do you? Second verb. Like music. Do you like music? Okay. This one, all right, we're last one, and then we'll do our homework from yesterday. Okay. He want pasta. Yeah? Okay, so he, and then our verb is want. Do we need an S? Do we need an S? Yes, he, she, and it have the S. He wants pasta. He wants pasta. Okay? Negative. He doesn't want pasta. Okay, look. He doesn't, here's our S, want. So the S up here is on once because that we need the S on the verb. But now there's two words in the verb and doesn't has the S. So doesn't want pasta. So then the question, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's he. Okay, do or does. Does he want pasta? Does he want pasta? All right. Okay. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. So now we can do these. All right. So look at this. Harry is our person. Okay, they want us to make simple, present simple, yes or no questions. All right. So Harry is our person, doesn't run fast. So run is the verb, right? The positive would be Harry runs fast. That would be the positive. This is the negative. So now let's do the question. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Harry is our person. Okay. Harry is a he. Harry is a he. So are we going to use do or does? Does. Does Harry run fast? All right. Our second verb is run. Because up here, see, look, Harry doesn't run. Here's our S. So run doesn't need an S because we have our S right here. Okay, so let's look at this one. The baby, and cries is our verb. Wah, cries. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the person is the baby. It's only one baby, right? It's only one baby, so it's either he or she. We don't know, but it's only one person, one baby. So we're going to use does. Does the baby cry a lot? Does the baby cry a lot? So we use does because baby, there's only one baby. Okay? All right, next one. Here's the person, I, and our verb, clean. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if you could also make you, they're both correct. Okay, I or you. Okay, so if it's I or you, what is the question word? Do or does? Do. Do you? What's our second verb? Clean the house every Saturday, every Sunday. Do you clean the house every Sunday? Do I clean the house every Sunday? Okay? Do or does, because it's I. Yeah. Okay. Next, my brother doesn't repair bicycles. This is the negative, right? So our verb is repair, and this is just making it negative. Okay, so then if my brother, or you could say your brother, is the person, what is going to be first do or does? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do or does. Does my brother repair bicycles? Okay, or does your brother repair bicycles? So does, and then our second verb is repair, and then the extra information. Okay. Tommy always drives fast. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tommy is a boy, right? Tommy is he. So do or does for Tommy? Does Tommy drive fast? Does Tom, or you can put always here if you want. Does Tommy always drive fast? Yes, Tommy always drives fast. Okay, all right. We're doing good, y'all. I think you're going to get it. Okay, Bo, it's a boy's name, hates snakes. Okay, so Bo is a he. So if that's our second, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do or does for Bo? Does Bo. What's our second verb? Up here it's hates. Do we need the S? Do we need the S here? No, we don't, because the S is there. Only one S. Oh, I'm sorry. Does Bo hate snakes? Does Bo hate snakes? Ooh, okay, let's do the next one. These rooms don't have. So look, these rooms is plural, right? So it's they, ellos. So rooms is they. Okay? So it's many things, muchas cosas. Okay? So that's ellos. All right, so these rooms is our person. 1, 2, 3, 4. So do or does. Do these rooms have 2 windows? Extra information. Our second verb is have. Okay? All right. Next one. My mother bakes. That's our verb. Cakes every Friday. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. My mother goes in the second place. Okay, do or does? Does. Because my mother is she, ella, right? My mother is she. So does my mother, what's our verb? So in here it's bakes with an S. So down here, do we need the S? No, we don't, because we have it in does. Does my mother bake cakes every Friday? Okay, does my mother bake cakes every Friday? Good, all right. Okay, Ben's father doesn't work in a shop. Okay, so Ben's father, this is el papá de Ben. This is how we do possession, posesión, okay? So this is one guy, one man. Ben's father is he. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Ben's father. Do or does? Good. Does he? Does Ben's father? What's our second verb? Work in a shop. Good, good, good. Okay, I think you're getting it probably. Heidi runs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Heidi, you're going to do does, because Heidi is she. Does Heidi run in the London Marathon every year? Okay. I like studying English. Okay, so if I or you is the person, one, is it going to be do or does? Do you, second verb, like studying English? Do I like studying English? Do you like studying English? Okay. All right, let's do, okay, she finishes work. So finish is our verb, but because it's she, it has the S on the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She. So do or does. Does she. And then what's our second verb? So up here it's finishes, but we already have an S here. So what's our verb going to be here? Just this. Finish. Does she finish work at 5 p.m.? Okay. So the S is here in the positive, but on the question, the S is in does. So you don't need it on finish. All right. Jason belongs. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jason. Okay. Do or does. Does Jason belong to a tennis club? Does Jason belong to a tennis club? Okay. I go. I don't go, but I is the person and go is the verb. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I or you. Do or does. Do you. Here's our verb. Go to the park every afternoon. Okay. All right. Ooh, this one's tricky. All right. Blank. No, she doesn't. My father washes the car. Okay, so look at this answer. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. That means she doesn't wash the car. My father washes the car. Okay, so if our person, 1, 2, 3, 4, is she, we're going to use do or does, right? Does she, and then what's our verb? So up here it says my father washes the car. So here, because our S is here, we don't need the S on wash. Does she wash the car? No, she doesn't. My father washes the car. All right, that was a tricky one. Okay, let's look at the next one. So on this one, I gave you the question words because it was a little difficult. So, okay, so look, they have 3 children. So how many children? Okay, so this is the question word. Remember, it's optional. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like we did before. If they is the person, are you going to put do or does? Do. Do they have? How many children do they have? They have 3 children. Okay, so 3 right here, this is the answer to that part, that question word. Okay. All right, so he speaks 4 languages. He speaks 4 languages. So I put how many languages? Here's our question word. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he is the person. He is the person. So do or does. Does he? Here's our verb, speaks. So do we need the S here? Speaks? No, no S. We only need 1. There's the S. All right. How many languages does he speak? Okay. This one's a little bit hard. All right. Who? Okay. So she is our person, right? So do or does. Who does she live? And then you have to include the word with. So she lives with her roommate. That's a little weird. If you only got this, I'm okay with that. Who does she live with? Yeah. Who does she live with? All right. So look at this one. Where? Okay. Oh, I did the wrong one. 2, 3, 4. Okay. They eat lunch in the cafeteria. So they is the person and eat is the verb. All right. So we're going to put they in the second spot. So do or does. Where do they? What's our second verb? Eat lunch. Where do they eat lunch? They eat lunch in the cafeteria every day. Okay. I go to bed at 11 o'clock every night. Okay. So if I is the person in the answer, then in the question, right, where are you from? I am from Dallas. So if I is in the answer, la respuesta, then you would be in the question. Okay. So for do or, are you going to use do or does for you? When do you, what's our second verb? Go to bed. When do you go to bed? I go to bed at 11 o'clock every night. Number 6 is really difficult. Number 6 is really difficult. Let's not even worry about it. All right. Okay, look at this. Eggs. Okay, that's what. So they is our person, eat is our verb. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They goes into what do or does? Do or does for they. What do they eat? And then you could put for breakfast every day. What do they eat for breakfast? They eat eggs for breakfast every day. Okay. All right. And then this one, I left off the question word to see if you could get it. So steak. Steak is a thing. Una cosa. Okay. So our question word is going to be what? And then look, he and once are our person and our verb. So bump, 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 bump. Okay. He is in the second spot. Do or does. What does he, second verb, want? And then the extra information is here for dinner. He wants steak for dinner. Okay. I know that this is difficult. Don't worry, we're going to practice all year. And if you don't understand, we can do it again and again and again and again and again and again. Okay, so don't worry about it. You're doing great. Virtual learning is very difficult for everyone. So good job. Have a good weekend.